I expect someone's going to knock off Scout, and I assume... Oh, wait. Did I miss the first ban?
Yeah, it was Engineer Ophelia, Lodestone Tempest. Well, there's a Scout first pick.
Yep. As expected. Scout or Pebbles, you knew they're coming. And now it gets a little weird because the big thing is Peter chose to last ban Tempest, which I kind of like because when they picked the Scout, there really only is Parasite now as the jungler that you want to run. So I'd like to see Lions go Parasite. I expect to see Iglesias from Team USA in response, but it kind of limits their options now because Peter grabs the Pebbles right off the bat. Great hero. Easily the best initiator in the game right now, and there's still the Keeper of the Forest on the board for good suicides. So I like the way what Peter's options are a lot more than I do Lions. I really am not a fan of the Scout first pick, although that hero is pretty damn annoying.
Yeah. Here's the Pyromancer response. Okay, they go Parasite themselves, actually, as you do see again. Not picked up by Lion Esports Club, actually, so how about that?
Scout Parasite's really annoying to play against because pretty much you can't jungle your jungle and you can't ever contest a Parasite. But really interesting choice. I mean, if Lions, this pretty much says Lions is now forced to not run a jungler. There's the MOA pickup, so we can pretty much guarantee that they're not running a jungler in this game, which is really just not what you pick Scout for, you know. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Master of Arms, final pick there. I keep saying TT Sports, man. Team USA over here on the Hellborn side now. So the Pebbles Parasite. We talked about the support option. Maybe not Glacius now because of that. Getting the Parasite themselves, but obviously plenty of options still. A Luna, Torturer, definitely come to mind. But before that, what's up?
Nothing. Riser just whispered me. You know what's coming, right?
Yeah, we heard about that yesterday. Okay, they will go.
Yeah, there's the Glacius. Yeah. I'm. He's hinting that they might be running like some all-in push strat here.
Yeah.
Because they first picked the Scout, so there's the Pebbles obviously, and then they set it up with some huge push. But I don't think they're gonna actually go with that. MOA is the most annoying hero to play against with a kind of pushing lineup. What I do expect to see is a Wild Soul though.
Okay. Well,
for Hellborn.
Banned, yeah. Just got banned.
Oh, damn it. Oh, they would have. They would have. They knew what I was thinking.
Well, that's even more reason then why Lion Esports Club would want to ban Wild.
Peter's probably going to ban out Rally and maybe a Deadwood here. Keeper still in the pool, of course. Either team could grab that. I mean, you could always jungle a Keeper. It just isn't very good. Fade in the pool. I mean, it's really tough to say. There's a lot of strong heroes in the pool right now. Devo is going to be the choice of ban. I kind of like that. Devo is just one of those heroes that's really annoying to play against, and it's just good to take him out. I mean, Iglesias Pebbles will beat a Rally lane. It'll beat a Fade lane. You don't really know if you'll beat Devour, and it's just better to be safe. They'd rather be safe than sorry in this sort of game.
There's a Corrupted Disciple ban. Again, we talked about the first game, how they even picked up Corrupted as a mix of both, and run it themselves, but also maybe trying to take it away from Team USA. But instead, just going to be straight out ban. Neither team going to get that option. On the final ban coming up.
If I'm Peter here, I'm probably taking out Fade. I might go for Deadwood too.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would go for. Fade's one of those heroes that just totally changes the way you have to play the game, and it's just there's not many heroes like that in the game. But like Lodestone, for example, like he just totally changes the makeup of team fights, and Fade's much in the same way. And just that you always have to consider that there could be an invisible Fade somewhere. So I think that's what they're going to take out. And also, he's a really good lane with Pyro. Wouldn't beat Iglesias Pebbles, but the Sandwraith, interesting. I don't know if I like that. Sandwraith might have been a strong pick here against those heroes thus far, but I don't think they were thinking Sandwraith. Who knows, though?
Yeah. If anything, Sandwraith is more of a singularity or a trial motor pickup for Team USA. So.
Yeah.
But,
They got a lot of options. I'm not quite sure where they're going to go with this. I think that they'll probably stay. I mean, I would say Fade or Deadwood here, no doubt. It's just really good. Deadwood specifically against like the three. I mean, they're just so squishy. Like I look at Pebbles, Parasite, Glacius. I think low armor, very squishy, lots of burst, and Deadwood's really good in that situation. So Because he's and again, when you have like burst versus burst, it's all about who gets it off first. And Deadwood just pretty much kills somebody, and they're kind of useless now, and he's still alive and kicking.
Hmm.
There's a lot of stuff they could go for, like a tort here. I mean, they have tons of options here. It's just up to what they want to do. I'm really surprised that Aluna was untouched. I get that they were trying to deny the Glacius from Lions with that pickup there, but
Yeah.
I think you're much better off with an Aluna in almost all situations, which is one of the reasons Stay Green never, ever, ever picks Glacius.
Going with the Luna. Fade is going to be picked up. Yep.
Yeah,
They do
there we
stick to
go.
the. I mean, you talked about the Keeper of the Force is still on the board. So I wonder if maybe Team USA even could possibly be looking at that as a suicide option. But
This is a scary lineup, honestly, from both sides. Like
yeah.
Lions is just one of those lineups. It's like they got a scout, the fade, and they'll have MA blue buffs, and they've got the pyro for extra burst. Like it's just the team fights are gonna just you're just gonna have to blow somebody up, and it's just so annoying to play against double invis. There's the keeper. I kind of saw that coming, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them finish off with a Balfagor, but I don't know if that's really the game for that. We know Zai's not a fan of playing keeper, so they definitely have something in mind with that. And Lions here, they got a
Huh.
couple of options. They can pick a support. They could just go for an Aluna, for example, which would synergize quite well with their team, or they can run MOA as the support, which I think is probably a little bit better in this sort of situation. They know that it's a keeper short lane, so again they have tons of options. But I would like to see them pick some late game here. I would be very not surprised to see a Predator pick up. That's what I'm going to call.
Yeah. Okay.
Zephyr could be pretty good here too, though. I mean, just something that'll snowball pretty hard, help them tower push, and just conquer the mid game while also taking the late game. Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
So that means they're relying on Master once again. It's going to be that middle hero here, most likely. Well, how are we going to see things? Suicide Scout. Is it aggressive trial lane? I mean, is that what's going to come out here?
not sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a farming scout,
Yeah.
short lane.
That too. Okay.
It's cool because
That's
you
fun
can actually
actually. Yeah.
silence and reveal the keeper with your guys, but that's just not what I would look for at all. There's the hag. That's pretty expected in all honesty. Like that's their go-to hero. I've talked a lot about how strong the keeper hag combination is, and
Yeah.
again, that is the go-to Team USA short lane hero is Wretched Hag since
Yeah.
forever. And I gotta say, I'm favoring the draft of Team USA once again here. They have the Hellborn advantage as well, and I just feel like they got the stronger lineup.
Hmm.
Oh, they're switching it around, by the way. So it'll be actually okay. I've seen them do this before. Flensmeister is going to go short lane with Hanskin. Hanskin's going to farm as Pharaoh to level 6, and then Flensmeister will take over the lane. However, that works a lot better when
Huh.
the hero you're against is not somebody that can go invisible and pull your creeps away.
I, is it? I mean, Master's hitting top. Yeah, this is. You're right with the swapping. So Flensmeister on the Master of Arms now. Jonas a fan on Scout. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so that's what you say. You've seen it before, so maybe I guess we could expect that here, but or are they just going aggressive duel? That seems like that'd be very risky, though. No, can't do that.
No, they're gonna do it. See, you see
Okay.
Hanskin actually rocketing right there, so that they have free vision. They're gonna just try and ward that right hard camp for Parasite, and wisely react. The wise reaction here from Team USA is, of course, to just kind of not necessarily fight them, but just try and stand here and dissuade them from warding the pull or
Yep.
warding that camp.
You see Scout in the front lines, living up to his name, finding Riser here on Parasite. Gonna just at least give his team plenty of information as far as where the Hellborn team is, and maybe if they can get a good cutoff angle here, try something. I don't know. Parasite hangs around. No, he's gonna fall back, and so no bloodlust kill gonna be had here to begin things at least from the beginning.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it does look like the lanes will be as expected. The MOA will run bottom, playing support at the start. They're gonna suicide the scout. They got a couple wards up to block spawns. Two spawns blocked right now for Parasite. I'm pretty sure Scout's gonna block this other hard camp as well. But as you can see, Riser playing it properly. I believe that is going to miss, and it does
mm,
by about point 0.5 range, and I
yeah,
believe the other one misses too. So that is huge. Riser just missed the ward twice, and that means that he will not have either hard camp for the first 3 minutes or so of the game. So he'll miss 3 spawns, and That's big. So
Hmm.
really unfortunate. I mean, you can draw the line. He is
Yep.
just out of
He's
range.
5 to 10 range on both of them is where it's basically at. You see him still using the courier, like, where is it? Where is it? But just out of range. So, unfortunately for Rice right there. And he's also spending that time, getting distracted by not being able to find it. So, he's even wasting more time, you could say, with that said. So, in the end, you'll have to go somewhere else. You talked about the other camps being blocked, only sitting on this pole camp here as well as the yellow camp. Tough, tough time for Riser here.
Luckily, the pole's unblocked, so if he
True.
stacks and pulls, he'll have a decent spot. But again, he wasted a lot of time, so
Yeah.
now he's not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. So just poor luck by Riser, man. That just sucks. He is gonna suffer, and this is big for Lions here because the whole theory behind this strategy: get Pharaoh level 6, start roaming, and you'll have a Fade level 6 too, and you just kind of take over the game. And Parasite normally would be in a position where he can get his team ahead a little bit, just an XP gold because he's farming well. Plus, you always have the gang potential,
Yeah.
and he's not really going to be able to do anything. He didn't get the stack off, so he's just going to farm that easy camp, and he's going to be really far behind. And by the time he's able to do something, that level 5 or 6 mark, the Pharaoh's going to be ready with hook and a lot of farm. So it's looking really good for Lions at the start of this game.
Yeah, it's a unique strategy, no doubt. I mean, he said he's seen the practice this before with this Pharaoh Master of Arms here, so it's going to be fun to see that progress as the game picks up. But definitely seems like it most certainly could work out. Now, the middle matchup, you got Fade Pyromancer against Glacius Pebbles. Scout running over, actually. Okay, he's just going to protect the Haste Rune, which he gets right there, and actually going to head towards the middle lane, so we could be seeing something set up, possibly. Oh, he's going to find the jungle.
If Glacius gets stunned, he is 100% dead. He's actually going to look for the courier here. The bottle, however, will not be out very soon. And this is one of the most annoying things. Scout can
Look at
just...
Rice. He's like, I want to get this ward, man. It's not going to happen. I don't know why.
This poor guy. Mid lane, again, the one key is mid will still decide this game. Right now, Legion team up to a good start because Scout is permanently missing, but I mean, there is a creep wave coming in, so B-Kid will probably even it up a little bit, but Pyro Fade's a very, very scary lane. There's the stun onto Pebbles just to slow down his CS a little bit. If he can pick up his bottle, it's actually a bad thing because it means that this Scout will probably kill the courier. He's been waiting here for a long time, and he's in a 1v1 lane up top, so this is a really inefficient use of his time. In fact, I'm not quite sure why Jonas Van is doing this, as he could probably be doing quite well up top, but, I mean, go figure.
Yeah, you're right. And actually, they're going to turn around here on a Fade. Not going to be enough for a kill, though. He's going to fall back. Pebbles also taking plenty of damage, but again, Scout, he won't be able to do it by himself by any means. So in the end, he is still just kind of chilling here, waiting for that inevitable courier. I mean, you know it's going to be coming here for Pebbles. As you said, I mean, he's wasting a lot of time. Look what Trouser at the bottom. He's pushed all the way up to the tower, not necessarily applying pressure to it. But he's having 100% free farm now, 13 and 8. I mean, for the very beginning, too, Scout was actually harassing him quite a bit. Obviously taking advantage of that regen, but in the end, wasting some time. I also want to say real quickly, Riser even used another Rev Ward here to try to counter what was nothing there in the end. It actually despawned by the time he put that down. So they used 3 Rev Wards to get absolutely nothing in the beginning.
And they're not letting Beacon farm his bottle, so the Scout is still waiting. And I think, oh my lord,
he just missed it.
There's the courier.
He
He might get it on the way back, though.
Okay. Nope. They're flying it over the woods.
I'm not 100%, but I think if you kill the courier with the bottle on it, you can pick up the bottle. If it's not owned by anyone. I'm not sure. There's something you do if you as your own team, if you drop the Tango, Clarity, bottle, whatever, and you drop it like in base, it actually unbinds it from the hero that bought it, and then I believe it's pick upable by anybody in the game. But if it's still owned by B-Kid, I'm pretty sure it would just sit on the ground. So I don't know what the hell that was by Jonas, but so he's just gonna hand ridiculous XP advantage over the top lane, and yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, it does win them the mid lane, but you just don't want to give a hag free farm like that. I mean, it's just not good at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it didn't make much sense in the end, and didn't get anything out of it. So Jonas Fan back up here to the top lane, but look at that. As you said, the experience of it is 3 levels now higher than Scout. So it was already going to be a tough matchup, even on even footing. Is now just, by all means, he just has to sit in that vanish, really, and leech experience the best that he can. Middle lane initiation, by the way, there's the follow-up Dragon Fire, but no, Pebbles going to be fine. Freeze on a Fade, the counter coming in, Stalagmite's going to be used, but once again, Pebbles backs off just before, so more harassment, though.
I just would have rather see him just sit up there, get his XP going, maybe grab boots in level 6, and then you just start roaming with Pharaoh. Pharaoh's going to be 6 pretty soon. Keeper's already switched to Ancients. He's level 5, but I just don't know how much of an impact this Pharaoh's going to have since he's really only got the mid lane to gank for. And it just comes down, it's a jungler versus no jungler. Riser had some real big suffer in the start of the game, but now he's recovering. And it's a jungler versus no jungler. You've got to make kills happen, or the team with the jungler will inevitably do something bad and just mess you up, and you will lose.
Speaking of that, I mean, Parasite, 170 gold per minute, so once again, Riser not having the friendliest of starts because of all the blocking that happened. But now, as it's picking up here, he's going to even stack the yellow camp once again. And he'll get a good Vagabond leader here, actually. That's a pretty good spawn, especially with that Snotter boss stacking. So he should be able to clean that up pretty easily, too. So, good farm, going to start progressing now in favor of Riser. But how's Hanskin doing, by the way, on Pharaoh? He is tops in the game, 360 gold per minute here at the bottom lane. Focusing the farm on him, 43 and 20 creep farm. So, and he's level 6. So again, from what you were reading into, so it sounds like he hits level 6. And then, so should we start to see him move around now and give farm to Flensmeister here?
You can already see Flensmeister starting to take the farm. He's going to buy a TP. I don't like the fact that he doesn't buy a bottle. Like, you need Steam Boots bottle on Pharaoh, and you're good to go. So I'd like to see him do that, because you can control runes very well as well. And he's also maxing the rocket, which I'm also not a fan of. I just don't. If you're going to play this hard roaming Pharaoh with free farm, max the Hellfire and just go for it. You see an Invis, Pyro, and the Scout on top of this Wretched Hag, and Pharaoh's TP'd up here. So as soon as that creep wave fades, we're going to probably see him just die.
Yep. There you go. There's the initiation. Dragonfarce on the auto attacks and Bloodlust kill in favor of Seal Kid. So didn't even wait for the whole creep wave. Just said, we got this initiation, and there's the roaming Pharaoh coming into play immediately. And a big kill, too, because obviously that's the one hero that you definitely want to take out here.
The key is Scout didn't do the greatest top by leaving. However, he did really slow down that Pebbles, who's not even 200 GPM, and he just picked up the boots. So the kill that they need now is a kill on Pebbles. They have the Fade level 6. Obviously, the Pharaoh's level 6. They just need some more kills, specifically on Pebbles. If they could get one more on Hag, that'd be nice too, but the key to winning this game is shutting down the Pebbles. And there you go, the stun's coming out onto Fade. He gets frozen and silenced. His ultimate is going to... Oh, nope, he did. Almost got it off, but yep, that's a level 6 Parasite right there for you.
Yep.
And Fade just dies. He could have easily got his invis off before that Stalagmite landed. There was a counter ward ready, however, but I just don't know. That you got to see that coming. They even have the lane ward up. You just have to see that coming if you're super KG.
Oh, and actually, Seokin might be in a little bit of trouble here. Groot is ready for Keeper of the Forest, but not going to use it there. Pyromancer is already way far away and able to survive in the end, so Seal Kid just doing some roaming and actually even heading towards the bottom lane. Nope, going back towards the mid. Roaming back around. So Super KG after that death, he comes back to the middle lane and going to continue his farm. I have the experience per minute chart up right here, and you look at Riser on Parasite. You mentioned he was level 6, now he's level 7. He's second in the game right now as far as experience per minute is concerned, and obviously being in the jungle helps with that. But again, you remember his jungle was locked down for the most part. But it just goes to show you how he's been able to recover.
He got lucky because they blocked it with the counter ward, not a real ward. Otherwise, he would have really suffered. Scout's also not been placing that many electric eyes in the jungle. And Jonas Defense, to me, playing a pretty inefficient game. I feel like he could have... He's not doing well in lane. He didn't kill any couriers. And he also hasn't slowed down Riser at all. So mid lane, you see a hook almost... I think he just missed the hook middle, actually. Yeah, he misses the hook mid. That's a free kill on Pebbles they just missed, and that's not good for Lions. As you can see, they're already falling significantly behind in experience, and they've got a team that is centered around pickoffs. And if they don't get those pickoffs, eventually the Hag, the Keeper, and the Pebbles are just going to start bum rushing them. And of course, you always have the Parasite. So, I mean, any Wild Hunter is going to be a kill as well. So they just have to make some plays. And Hanskin, you know, captain of his team, plays a pretty unconventional lineup in order to give his Pharaoh free farm. You know, he's got to make some plays for what I see as a pretty selfish strategy in draft in this game.
Ooh, middle lane. We do have Pebbles here sitting back, Scout on top, even though they're a dive and they want to try to get something here. Pyromancer not afraid to show herself, but in the end, both Pebbles and Parasite, yep, they're playing passive enough to the point where they're going to be fine. Pharaoh doesn't have the Wrath of the Pharaoh just hit either. He doesn't have mana either. Okay, he does have Steam Boost actually on Strength, so we'll have enough, and actually just got enough right there. But now he's the one being collapsed on. Glacius coming in. Mummy Walls are put up. Port's coming in as well. They're going to try to help him off to the side. Faces are going to be used right there. Keeping the Force running in. Going to try to get in root position, but no. Nice Burning Shadow stun. Will hold him off. So no kills happening in the end. But the Hellborn team does thwart them off there in the middle lane.
In the meantime, top tower getting pushed by Hag. There's the rune. Hag's going to TP out very wisely. This will be a free deny. And I'm not... that's something I see a lot of players do. They push the tower into deny range, and then they aren't in a
Oh,
position to actually
hell
kill it.
no.
It's so much better to put it into like 300, 400 HP range, and then
Yeah.
just get out of there. Because if you just give away a free deny, like that, honestly, you lose lane control by taking that short lane tower. And just map control as well, assuming you're trying to push it out, not just keep it by your tower,
Hmm.
and you lose the gold for it. It's a really just poor play in my opinion.
Yeah.
MOA did pick up, and another thing, Lines hasn't been stacking the Woods or Ancients at all. They got one stack that I've seen, and it's been 11 minutes. Ancients are tripled, but they aren't able to take them just yet. But when you have no jungler in an MOA, that's kind of how you get back into the game and just kind of close that XP gap because you have a hero that can just take any stack with 2 or 3 applications of his goo. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see him start taking stacks. Maybe give Scout this bottom lane or even Fade. I really don't care, but they just need to have somebody taking stacks because they're getting further and further behind at the moment.
Yeah, once again, this is the losers bracket round of 4 here for HoN Tour. The winner of this is going to play the winner of the TMSR versus Ready for a Miracle series, which will take place as the first match tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be covering here on HoNcast right now as well. Team USA is up 1-0 over Lion Esports Club. What a rev going down. Ooh, he thought about initiating. You heard the Wrath of the Pharaoh almost going off right there, but Pharaoh realized it probably wasn't going to be enough in the end, so decided to cancel it. And Keeper of the Forest does walk away. Scout is roaming down here, but I still don't think they're going to be able to make much happen. Master of Arms, he is level 7 now, so the level's looking good. But again, the GPM still behind quite a bit, only 200 gold per minute currently. So still trying to wait for that time to recover. Middle lane push. They're once again going into the tower here, and this time it should be a tower kill. They just use invulnerability unless they TP in here very shortly. This is definitely going to be a tower kill coming out as, oh, I might have lagged myself a little bit right here.
It's a big tower kill. The mid tower is the most important one in the game for map control purposes. You see
The
Fade running up
Legion
top,
takes down
has
Hellborn Tower.
his invis up, so he might be okay, but he looks like he's going to get caught here. There's the freeze as well, the Hag ultimate, and there's the counter ward. He's dead.
Yep.
DD and an invis on Wretched Hag, so really not much you could do there. Bottom lane, Jonas and Fant and Flensmeister combined, they're going to take out Zai, so really big kill there. Actually, no, Pharaoh was there too. He just didn't get assist for whatever reason, so that's unfortunate. But they get the mid tower, they lose a 1-for-1, and again, the game's still pretty close, but the thing is, this Hag is doing very well thanks to all that free XP. He does have that one death, but still the top GPM in the game, and it's just really going to come down. You see another bot tower push. This time
The
by the
Legion
Lions
takes down
side, so
Hellborn Tower.
that's really big for them. They're getting back into this. The game's not over, but you still have those triple ancients. It's been 13 minutes, and you still have no stacks in the jungle being taken. So once they get those going, they'll be in a much better spot.
Yeah.
I also do believe they have a better team in the late game, but they're gonna need to get to that point first because the timing for Team USA is gonna be that Pebbles blink, and that's where things are gonna start to get really rough. The mech, or rather the Astrolabe Keeper, should be up soon as well.
Yeah, speaking of that, 500 gold saved up right now on B-Kid, so at this rate, with a Steam Boots Power Supply bottle, probably going to be that portal key coming up next in line here. Over to the Ancients, though. Talking about Pyromancer is here currently. Nope, not going to be doing it just yet. Pharaoh and Fade were in the vicinity, but Master of Arms, he's still at the bottom lane, obviously soaking up all that solo experience at least, and continuing to get as much farm as possible for him. And with 1,000 gold saved up on Super KGE here, you think that portal key is going to be the pickup for Fade here?
I would assume so, yes. That's really just the best option. They just need that boost of initiation. MOA is probably going to finish his Energizer soon. Unless, in this game, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a light brand and just try and maybe go the steering light route and just get as much farm as possible. He's kind of suffering, though. I mean, if you look, he's only got 260 GPM, and that all traces back to Hanskin taking the farm for the first 5-6 minutes. And Pyro, by the way, plays his award, but it's not worth it. He's dead.
Well, he just placed that ward too as he was dying, basically. So I wonder if the Hellborn team even read that, and if they're going to maybe try to counter me in the middle lane, though. Fade's going to be initiated on. Pharaoh with the counter, though. Cole comes out. Pebbles, though, gets his chuck off, and down goes Fade. Pharaoh realizing quickly this was not a good move. He's going to be bat blasted as well as Root. He, too, will fall, and Team USA gets 2 kills right there in that fight. You do see Glacius maybe going to get picked up by Scout. Scout wants this kill, but at what cost? Jonas and Fan vanish up in 3 seconds. Do they have any kind of vision? If they do, he is definitely dead. Will they even need it? In comes the leech. Yes, they did with the Rev. And down falls Scout. Not worth it. That was bad for Lions.
Like multiple bad plays in a row. First Pyro getting caught, then Fade getting caught, and then
Yeah.
Pharaoh and Fade just deciding, hey, let's just go YOLO and try and get kills. Searing Light is finished on Flensmeister, and he's actually even with Tralf and Farm, but they just threw a lot there. And that's one of those examples of just, you're behind, you're trying to make plays, but it's always better to be a little behind than it is to be a lot behind. And now Lions is in a really tough spot. They're going to need a lot of Fade and Scout ganks to get back into this, and it's going to be really tough for them to just win this game.
How about this choice? Flensmeister going the light brand here.
Yeah.
Going to be going that Searing Light maybe, I guess. But not even an Energizer, man. Straight into light brand.
Yeah, he's just going for that hard farm build. I mean, it's a good choice in this game. He's just got to do something to get his team back into this. The one thing I'm still concerned about is, like, they're still not doing the Ancients. I mean, they're doing all this crazy stuff in mid, but why not just have them? Why don't just have Fade and Pyro farm the jungle? Flensmeister goes to do the Ancients, and you're all good. But they're trying to make plays when there really aren't plays to make, and now Flensmeister's in a bit of trouble. You got an Invis Hag running over. He gets blocked a little bit. Should know what's up, and he's actually going to get gone on here by Hag. His ult is not up, but there is. No, he doesn't use the stun. That's not good. Flensmeister's in a lot of trouble.
Yes,
this is not good.
One more auto attack deep. The Master's Call going to be fine for now. A couple more, though. Is that going to wear off? Here he has another Blink Sonar Scream. That should probably do it. The dust comes out for the Vision, and down goes Master of Arms. That's another huge kill, as well as a tower kill for Keeper of the Forest. This momentum's picking up, man. As Riser gets caught out, though, by Night's Rise of the Feral, the follow-up initiation, and they will burst down Parasite at least, but you can kind of tell. Once again, I mean, Lion Esports Club is just not making the best decisions, and it seems a little off here against Team USA.
And that's like rookie mistake number one, not carrying a teleport. It's the only reason he dies there. There's no Rudolph cooldown. He wasn't even in range, and he just doesn't carry a teleport, so he dies. It just really strange play by Lions, and this is what it's coming back to. I mean, they have so much potential, and they just don't make the decisions of a top team, and it loses them a lot of games. It lost them last game, and it's losing them this game. And they've been a team for so long, you'd expect them to really learn from these mistakes, because I see them repeat them very often. And like, the Team USA is good, but like, they're not a better team than Lions, but like, Lions just seems to lose every single time they play them to the same things.
Yeah. As of late, I mean, it's funny because Season 1, that was definitely a matchup. Complexity versus Lions that we talked about all the time. And Lions was known for beating Complexity, at least in the beginning part of it. But then as the season progressed on, and even most recognizable, I mean, the third place match, of course, in the grand finals, Complexity did take out Lion Esports Club in that series, 2-1. So Team USA, former Complexity, was replacing Moomiander, of course. So bottom lane is another dive, actually. Keeper of the Forest diving onto Master of Arms. He does have a root, but it is just by himself, so really just going to keep up harassment. Actually blocking him somewhat right there. Flensmeister not sure what to do, just keeps kiting around. He is going to be he's completely blocked right here by Keeper of the Forest. The auto attacks are going to come out. He will get cleared out right there, but another block coming out from Zai. He's doing a phenomenal job. The root comes out. There's a Deep of the Master's Call. Will this be enough, though? There's a blast shot away. Couple more auto attacks. Can he chase him down? Ghost Marchers. Yes, he can. Meanwhile, up here in the jungle, at least they pick off Glacius and Parasite. Maybe a third kill on a Pebbles. Marksman shot coming out. Faded with the follow-up. There's a nuke from Pharaoh. And I think they will kill Beacon as well. So during all of that, 3 kills.
In the meantime, Lions is like doing their best to win the game, and Flensmeister appears to just be doing his best to lose it. That's one of the reasons you go Energizer, because it gives you unit walking, and you don't die in situations like that. But I mean, I don't know. He's got to be tilting or something, because this is just not good. But again, it all goes back to the draft. I mean, what's Flensmeister used to? Those 1v1 or free farm lanes. What is he not used to? Babysitting a Pharaoh for 6 minutes and not farming at all.
Yeah.
Which was evidenced by the fact that even though the pull was unblocked, he never once used it. And that just traces back. Like, if as Hanskin, as the captain, he's putting himself in more of a position to win, because obviously they couldn't pick a jungler, so he'd be on a second support, which isn't really the greatest hero to have much of an impact in. And when you play captain, you kind of... It's a common thing amongst captains where you just want to be on a higher impact hero when you're losing games, and it's just not working out for them thus far. Ooh, more kills, and this is what I'm saying. That's what they need. They got to blink on Fade. He's got his ult up too. This is the strength of this lineup, and the game is not over. Hag has finished a Grimoire though, and they really didn't kill him enough. Up top, Jonas Fan's going to go down, just caught out by Riser and B-Kid. Codex now finished on him, and a Blink Dagger on Pebbles as well. So, I mean, both teams are now hitting their sweet spot, but definitely a big advantage right now for Team USA.
Energizer just finished by Scout after that death. Middle lane, they're trying to collapse on a Handskin, but they cannot do enough He gets the mighty wall stop, but actually he still is in trouble. Can he maybe get up right there? No, support is coming in actually. You do have Fade from the bind. Gonna open, but nice blink from Wretched Hag. But there's initiation from Pharaoh. The Coal comes out. Wretched Hag, it is gonna be enough for the kill. Dust gonna be used on top of that. But now Pharaoh has more trapped. Root gonna be used right there. Goose put down as they do kill at least. Okay, so Wretched Hag, Pharaoh goes down. Wretched Hag dead from earlier. Another turnaround from Team USA. We do see Fade's gonna get counted on. Nice top with the Burning Shadows. Trying to barely live. Nice portal key. And actually, Super KG will make his way out of there. But 2-for-1 exchange, they got hacked, though.
Just to elaborate, go into something else, you got a Searing Light first MOA, who's 0-2-1. He still hasn't taken the triple stacked Ancients. Like, Searing Light's not bad, but you've got to farm with it. Like, if he has an Energizer Shrunken here, he might actually do some stuff. His team is doing a great job. I mean, they were far behind, and they're getting lots of kills. But, I mean, you just go take the Ancients, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The fact that, because you brought that up, I mean, they've been stacked now for something like even before 10 minutes into this game. And they've just been sitting there. And Master of Arms is really that lone hero that's like, we can do Ancients with Master of Arms even after the buffs. I mean, you guys definitely show that for so many times. So, yeah, definitely agree with you there. It hasn't yet, though. And actually, it looks like he is going to be working into an Energizer now. So kind of going a little bit of a different route as far as the order that they're even picked up. But going to be going to the Energizer here for that phase effect. Definitely helps as well as the speed burst. Scout in the meantime, he's being caught out by Hag here. He is dusted. Is there going to be another blink from Hag? She has a Bat Blast. No, not going to go for it. Did she? Yeah, she had a Bat Blast, but Trough not wanting to chase right there. He's level 14, by the way. They are collapsing, though, at the bottom lane. Hag will need to be careful. She blinks away. And I think that is going to be enough. He saw Fade coming in. Super KG's been doing a good job himself. I mean, he's definitely been leading the way as far as moving around for this team, but not able to get that opportunity right there. And in the end, we'll have to fall back. And look at this. This is the worst case scenario now. Their Ancients are being stolen by Keeper the Forest and Parasite right here. Master of Arms runs over at least, but you already lost a couple.
Yeah. This is what happens when you take half an hour to do your Ancients. They have Keeper. Yeah, Keeper steals a lot of them. I don't know. It's just not looking good for Lions. They're just getting outplayed a lot. You see, actually, Hag getting stunned here. Pebble's gonna blink in. He's gonna come on to Fade and toss. Hag gets a huge 3-man Bat Blast. There's the hook as well. Hag will go down, but Keeper does have his root up. There it is. He's gonna catch Fade. Rise is gonna grab a double tap. Fade will probably die. Here comes Glacius. Lands the freeze. That's the end of Fade. So they get the Hag and lose 4.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Nope, that's, do the math real quick. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. It is a Hag, but obviously this is going to open up pretty much a free tower push mid, especially with already being damaged quite a bit, down to 400 life, so tower kill going to follow, and the stats are starting to add up quite a bit. You're now looking at a 9,500 experience lead and an 8,000 gold lead for Team USA 23 minutes into the game. Is that Codex being leveled up, by the way? Of course it is. It's a level 2 Codex now on Parasite. And Grimoire Power finished on Wretched Hag as well, so obviously working now towards a Shrunken Head, I'm sure. Gonna be next in line for her. 2,300 on Pebbles, also maybe a Shrunken Head. I mean, they do have the Soul's Bulwark on Keeper of the Forest here. So, Shrunken on Pebbles, you think makes most sense here?
It wouldn't be bad. I'm not a huge fan of it because I just don't like it. In this game, no one's got a push book yet, so it's honestly a fine game to go push book on Pebbles. In fact, that's probably the best item here. He's gonna go for a light brand, which is probably the worst item here. And then he sells it and buys a tablet. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That right there is just a prime example of turning a very bad decision into a very good decision. So, Bigon's going to pick up the tablet, probably with help of his team. Just, if you play Pebbles, don't ever get a Searing, a light brand. Grimoire is not a good item for Pebbles. I don't care how many times you see it on HoNcast. Don't do it.
So, he is going to be going the tablet here, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everything you see on HoNcast all the time is always the good thing to do. Pointing out right there.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good spot. They're 9,000 ahead. So, I mean, Lions isn't out of it, but like Flensmeister has an Energizer and a light brand, and he's their hard carry, 260 GPM. You're just not going to get anywhere. They're going to need 4 to 5 pickoffs, at least 1 or 2 of which have to be on this Wretched Hag in order to win this game.
Yeah. 3,300 on Keeper of the Forest, so Zai saving up that gold. They're grouping up here. They got all 5 of them, and actually purchases the Warp Clef, so Demonic Breastplate is definitely coming along here. You stressed last game, probably the biggest pickup item as far as the team item goes to get developing into the game. So they got that coming along. As Keeper of the Forest leading the front lines. Look at where Fade is, by the way. He's sitting in the background. He has 15 more seconds before he can use a reflection once again, which I'm sure is what he's waiting for, but this push, is it going to continue is the question. They're kind of, a couple are back. It looks like Glacier's porting back, and the rest are going to eventually fall back altogether. Scout, though, he's looking for an opportunity. The Courier is over here, trying to maybe find that, but not going to happen. Fade's going to be running in with that reflection now, but once again, the Hellborn team has already fallen back, so not much going to be had of this, or maybe still. Keeper of the Forest actually still hanging around. Zai has no clue he's about to be jumped. He is going to be jumped right here, and the burst damage. Kind of burst, I guess, but more so just overall damage enough to kill him. So yeah, Zai just sticking around a little too long.
That should earn him a tower as well, so that's a really big pick off. I still don't think it's enough to get them into this because you see Wretched Hag's going to be finishing that Shrunken soon, and if they're playing it right, they should just make this into an easy Kongor, but it looks like they're going to probably just try and farm out the enemy woods a little bit instead. Gem is given to Wretched Hag now, so the Scout and Fade are going to have a lot less effectiveness. And again, the thing about Pharaoh is he just fades off. Normally he would pick up like a puzzle in this sort of game, but since they're playing against a Parasite, it's just not viable anymore.
Yeah.
And again, like they're just in a hole. They get the tower. They're only 6,000 gold, 7,000 experience behind. They still have a chance. It's just really, really damaged by the fact that Flensmeister just does not have the farm he's used to. If he was tied with this Hag in GPM or even close, it'd be a totally different game, but he's going to have some big troubles until he finishes his Shrunken or his Geos. Like, I don't know what he's going to get. At this part of the game, you want him to have like a Shrunken and a Geos, but he's just, he's not there.
Yeah, he's got the Mighty Blade. There's a Mighty Blade actually on Wretched Hag as well, so looks like the Shrunkens are going to be coming along here. As far as that next in line goes, it's at a level 3 Codex now, by the way. Yep, level 3 Codex on Riser. Playing that Parasite. Fade's trying to do something here. He actually jumps, Wretched Hag, but at what cost? He's going to be countered off. Pharaoh comes in with initiation, though. Fade is dropping. Parasite not able to finish him off, however. Marksman shot activated. It is going to go off right there. Dust comes out. Glacial Downpour not going to be enough really quickly. Realizing he has to run away. Root is ready for Keeper of the Forest. Will he use it is the question. In comes the spawn of the minions. Nice blink away from Fade. And I think Super KG is going to be fine. And now Keeper of the Forest, he is going to root. Barbed Armor goes up from Pharaoh, though. Tormented Soul. Pebbles joins the party. He throws out the combo. And Pharaoh is going to fall right there. Fade, that's just an illusion running back in to chase down Glacius, but I think it's going to be the end of that. So 1 for 1, they do pick off Wretched Hag, only sacrificing Pharaoh.
Yeah. They needed more, though. They really needed more.
Yeah.
You see the Demonic finished on Zai. They probably were expecting a buyback there from Trauf because they didn't see, and I would too. I mean, as you can see, he has no items that's Shrunken on him, and he's had Grimoire for about 9 minutes. So you would expect that he has a buyback there. He did not. So that's why they backed there. But if Fade had stayed closer and MOA had, you know, maybe manned up and gone in with his ults and some stuns, would have probably been more kills. But, you know, they're just playing cautious. The thing is, when you're behind like this, you kind of have to you have to play a little riskier if you want to get back into the game. They're not, again, they closed the lead a little bit because they did kill the Hag, but they got to get him a couple more times because a Shrunken Head Hag in this sort of game is going to really, really hurt their chances of winning this game.
Oh, it looks like they might have been going for a jump here in the middle, but in the end, cleaning up the creep wave right here. Actually going to counter ward as well. Obviously, Keeper of the Forest using that bound die to do so. Fade is nearby, but realizing he has to fall back. Can't make any kind of jump, at least just yet. So in the meantime, Hellborn team. Oh, looks like I'm stuttering a little bit. So the internet's acting up once again, but should be fine now. Anyways, double damage on Pebbles that he just used that. So he has 40 seconds still remaining on that double damage root right here, and it looks like a fight could be very, very possible. Root is not up for 20 seconds. That's
Rule number 1, don't fight without root.
Yeah.
The key here, the whole game comes down to can they kill Wretched Hag. There's the blinking on Pyro, he's dead instantly.
Yeah, he is dead instantly indeed. Fade in the meantime trying to jump in the background, but at what cost right here? Super KG in the bounce off. Bat Plus connects as well as that Codex, and down he falls. Pharaoh now jumps in. The root is going to be coming up in 5 seconds, so they haven't had it this whole fight, but it might not matter. Down goes Pharaoh as they jump back in. 3 players are dead, and Zai still has the root. Scout in the background, kind of just walking around. This is going to be a free tower kill, though. So 3 hero kills, a tower kill, and probably going to fall back after that. Maybe go to another lane, but it's continuing to work out very well for Team USA right here. They got the better of the jump in the end.
Yeah, Int treads Pyro, gets one shot by Pebbles. Nobody saw that coming. And just, I don't know. Like, as soon as Hag blinks in, they need to hook him, stun him, kill him, and I think Fade stunned the Keeper without a root and then called, like, Glacius, and that's just useless. So, I mean, I don't know. They're just not playing, like, like a team that's ready to challenge for the throne. They're playing like a team that just is really confused and outmatched. I mean, Team USA, they did make the finals last week, and they did it by beating Team Excellent and Team Lions. So I definitely have to say USA looks like the better team, but I mean, they're not scrimming and Lions is. So I would hope that they would improve with time, and it just looks like they've regressed a little bit.
Yeah, it's not coming together here for Lion Esports Club as far as this series once again is concerned. So still trying to hang in there. They are down to 1-0, so obviously you lose here. You are done in Cycle number 2 going into the weekend, but trying to stay alive in at least
Another
for
thing
game.
to note, you're playing against a Parasite, a Pebbles, a Keeper, a Hag, and a Glacius, and only one of your teammate and only one of you has vestments.
Wow,
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna drop.
Who's the best? I knew, okay, it's Fade. And actually, speaking of no Vince Parasite finds some food in the jungle in the sense of Pyromancer, and Seal Kid dies shortly after. So the hashtag no vest coming out. Yeah, no vestments. Yeah, that's definitely a big deal. I mean, they are again working on the shrunken heads. You got Master and Scout, even it looks like going to be going for that, but vestments definitely could help initially.
They could have done this Kongor a lot earlier, but I mean, there's just no reason to rush. I mean,
Yeah.
Zai, I really like the choice here by Zai to pick up that Demonic. It's really what I like to see keepers do. I mean, he's got 400 GPM. Instead of going for like a blink, maybe a refresher that just really delays his usefulness, he just gets a Demonic, and he'll probably go for another just team fight item after that. And they're a team with mostly magical damage. Demonic's still the best item in the game. I mean, all of your heroes auto attack for more damage. It's the best item in the game.
Yeah.
You always should get one. And he's got a gem up, so they might see this fade.
Yeah, well, there's the jump, but actually he jumped to the creep immediately as he jumped him. And super KG, that was just, yeah.
Like, what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
The Pyro and the MOA are in base. What are you going to do with a Scout, a Pharaoh, and a Fade against like the whole team? Like the tower's right there. They just got Kongor. Like, where do you think they are right now? You have a lane ward bottom. The only place they could be without you seeing them is Ancients or, I don't know, all around the guy you're trying to kill. So,
Yeah.
just, I don't know, just kind of sloppy play once again. 12,000 gold, 15,000 experience now. So, really, I think Lions is pretty much out of it, both mentally and just I'd say physically out of it, but it's not a real sport. So physically, they are
in the
not
sense
able
of-
to press the keys that would win them the game. And mentally, they don't just have the stamina, I don't think, or the fortitude to really pull out a comeback of this magnitude. I just don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back. Team USA just looks like the better team definitely today, is what it ultimately goes back to. And it's continuing here. I mean, another tower kill falls. That All Outer Towers? Yes, it is. All Outer Towers have now been destroyed in favor of Team USA. You see what Lions is attempting to do here. Trying to go elsewhere and counter. Searing Light actually just finished my Master of Arms, so he's not even going the Shrunken Head here. He goes into the Searing Light, actually. They're pushing into the base right now, and Pebbles is just looking for the opportunity. They do not have Scout here. Scout's kind of pushing the mid lane.
Scout did get the courier, though. He got the courier.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes. Big
Was there
play.
anything on it, actually?
Nope, but he got the courier.
He didn't get the courier. There's the jump, actually, right there. Onto that Pyromancer, of course it is. Pyromancer going to fall off to the side. Fade also gets jumped right there. A couple of kills coming out already. Pharaoh jumps in. The Mummy Walls are up on a Wretched Hag, but she blinks out of it. She's got the token of life still. Initiation from Parasite. Down goes Pharaoh. Scout opens on Wretched Hag right there with a new Brutalizer, but not nearly enough damage. So the melee Rax is dead. Wretched Hag may fall right here, but hell, he probably wants that in the end. Glacius going to be going down right there. Wretched Hag blinks away, actually. They finish off Fade once again after the buyback. And there's the kill on a Master of Arms. He does have buyback. He uses it immediately. Zai's going balls to the wall. Zai's going Jeppins here. He buys the Brutalizer. GG well played are being called, though. And looks like that is going to be doing it. So, yeah, just not coming together for Lion Esports Club.
Really well played this game by Riser, B-Kid, and Zai specifically. Like, they just did fantastic. Great item choices all around. Riser had a ridiculous suffer game, and he rallies back to have the most kills plus assists in the game. So, he just really well done by Riser. He's always playing solid, and I think he's really the rock that Team USA likes to rally around. But just well done by Team USA. They take it 2-0, and, well played by Lions, but I just think they have a ways to go before they're ready to take a top 3 spot.
Yeah. I agree with you. Again, both from last cycle and this cycle, it seems like it's not the same team that... I don't even know if it's that. It's just more so, I guess the expectations were definitely really high with this team. Again, as you put it earlier, this is a team that, sure, they had one replacement. Krebson, obviously, no longer a part of the team instead of Jonas Fan, but the other 4 players, I mean, they've been a team. Even Jonas Fan joining them, I mean, they played with them quite a bit going into Season 2 here. expected more out of it, really did. But in the end, it is what it is, and obviously, here they are now going into cycle 2 finish for them. They finish yet again 5th and 6th place, so back-to-back finishes there. Got to be disappointing for them. We'll see maybe some changes that lead up into going into cycle 3, but that will knock them out as far as Team USA is concerned. They are going to be moving on though, and they're going to be moving on to play the winner of again TMSR versus Ready for a Miracle, going to be playing tomorrow. So definitely should be a good series in that one, which, by the way, speaking of that, obviously we are going to be coming back here on HoNcast to cover not only the Ready for a Miracle versus TMSR match, but then the winner of that to play Team USA as far as the later on game goes. So definitely stay tuned, definitely tune in for that, I should say, as far as tomorrow's coverage goes. So with that said, Swindle, I mean, that pretty much is going to wrap up coverage for today. Well, no, hold on, actually. That's actually not true, because I do have I'm going to go ahead and give a call to Riser here. I'm going to bring on an interview guest. Riser!
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, I had better starts in HoN games.
You had better starts in HoN games.
It was very entertaining to watch.
Nice.
Oh, well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
We did. We
Gotta watch
definitely
the
did.
replay. Maybe you guys can tell me, where was the stupid ward at?
You made a
That was so
triangle,
good.
pretty much. It was like in the middle and to the right. So.
What, it was in
Yeah.
the middle?
You
Yeah.
literally made a
Nice-
triangle
nice
around
job,
it.
noob.
Jesus.
It was
You know,
actually really good.
Me? Holy shit.
That had to be frustrating. Yeah, I would imagine. But hey, you did well in the end, though, so
Yeah,
you did recover.
I don't even know what to say.
So well, about that. So there you go. Both games obviously wrapping up. You guys take the series 2-0. First off, I mean, how do you guys feel? Do you feel you guys actually played really well in the end, or was it more so Lions' mistakes? I mean, what was the deal?
They threw game 2 pretty hard in mid. First game, we should have lost. They threw 2. I played really bad. My starts in my jungle, my farming was horrible. So me individually, I played pretty poorly. Zai played really well. He owned really hard. And other than that, yeah, I think we just played our game. But man, I thought we were screwed for sure in game 1. And then game 2, it felt like it was going to be pretty even. I was kind of worried. But that fight mid, I feel like that's when the game completely turned in our favor.
The one where they kind of like suicided 3 heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I saw as well. I don't know. I felt like if Lions had just played a little bit safer, they would have been in a better spot. But that just gave you guys such a lead that you could kind of just chill and rat Dodo with Hag and eventually win.
Yeah, that was pretty much what happened the first game. We just split pushed after we got like a big team fight, and they couldn't really do much about it.
So you're feeling good about I mean, so now you're going to be playing against, could be one of 2 teams, of course, TMSR or Ready for a Miracle. Who do you think it's going to be in the end?
Team SR, probably.
Straight up.
Who do you think's gonna win?
What? Between RFAM and Team
No,
SR?
no. TMSR and Team USA, bro.
Oh, well, we're gonna win, obviously.
Okay, that's what I thought. 2-0, right? Not even a challenge, most
I
likely.
don't know. If they don't ward my jungle, we might win 2-0.
So that's a strat. Or the jungle, it screws them up.
Yeah, that was. I can't believe it was in the middle. That's insane.
We could tell you were just so
Did you
baffled
see me just walk
that.
around like?
Yes.
It's like really stupid.
There wasn't much else to watch in the beginning, so.
I was really hoping you guys were like watching mid or something.
No, we were watching you just walk around in circles and really do nothing.
That is some next level warding. Holy.
It was pretty well placed apparently. You were like 5 to 10 range out of both of them, so.
Jesus.
Very, very close. Very, very close.
That's insane.
All right, so you guys feeling like you could possibly make it over to the grand finals once again?
To be blunt, I felt like this should probably be the hardest team to beat, the scariest team even, because Lions is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure Swindle will agree when you guys have played them and even lost a few times. Sometimes they just go absolutely bonkers. So they're pretty scary to play against, and yeah, we got to be pretty happy about beating them. Of course, we do have to play TMSR and XZ, so it's not an easy road by any means. Would have liked to be in the winners finals against SG like we were earlier, but unfortunately, it's just not how it went down.
It is different this time around. So, Swindle Melons, I mean, do you have any questions for Riser here?
Not really, man. What's more fun, casting or playing?
Well, when we're winning, playing.
Well, lately it seems like it's been fun then.
You know what? I'll be honest. When we cast really high level games, like I can't even imagine casting like DreamHack Finals. I could say that's probably more fun because that would be amazing.
It is a
So,
crazy experience.
so with the bias in terms of like the better the match, like the top tier, I think it's really fun to cast.
Yeah. What is it like having Peter Pan Dam draft, the captain?
Oh, I think it's fine. Honestly, I think sometimes I think with our team we tend to play a little, or sometimes even draft a little passively. Sometimes we just go ham because like we know we can't beat certain teams with a normal draft. But I feel like Peter's more willing to take some risks. Um, I mean, Peter's drafting, but I feel like when we're drafting, it's like a lot more of like a team thing. Like he'll ask a lot of questions and stuff. But
Hmm.
B Kid was a really solid drafter like that. But I think Peter stepped up pretty well so far.
Yeah. Do you like playing the jungle or the secondary support more?
Ooh.
Tough question, I know.
Yeah, I would say certain second support heroes that you have like a bigger impact on, like a Pyro or Inchi, I would say are more fun. But if you're stuck on like Glacius or Andro, it's awful. Just put it like that.
Gotcha.
Torture too. There's a good one.
Gotcha. You see your stats, by the way?
Wasn't I the best?
You're baller, man. Secondary support, you're tops. KD and GPM. Looking pretty good so far.
That's to be expected.
I'm sure that I'll keep up after this. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Anyways, not much else from myself, so I did definitely appreciate it as always, Riser. I talk to you all the time, though, so nothing new. But any shout-outs you want to make here?
Um, just a BBC shout out. I don't think any of them even watch, but whatever.
You do that every time. They should be
It's-
watching.
They don't even need. They just know it's gonna happen, so they don't have to watch.
True. They just have trust. All right. So with that said, I guess we can even just wrap up with you on here too. Not a big deal. Swindle. Anything? Any final words you want to say for today?
Not specifically to Riser, but just if anyone out there has a Hearthstone beta key, can you please give it to me?
Me first.
Like I don't know what you want, be it money, lessons, like an invite to stay green, mod. Like I just want a Hearthstone beta key. Please.
Is that game really that good? I don't really know much
It's
I
about
just
don't
so
know.
addicting.
No,
It's,
it's like-
It's just like hyped. It's because it's like
Yeah.
that exclusive game that only like a
Yeah.
few people can play, which makes it seem more fun. But
Mhm.
like I got a lot of nostalgia for those kind of card games, and it's Blizzard. Like, come on, everyone played WoW at least
yeah.
a little bit,
It's,
and
the IP has a lot to do with it too. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
for sure.
Plus, it's free once you get the key.
Well,
it's
yeah,
not really
that's the tough part.
Yeah. So if you have a key, I don't know what you'd want, but just hook your brother up, and it'll be a good trade. Promise.
There you go. All right. So as far as the cast goes for today, once again, guys, definitely appreciate you tuning in as always. Another fun day in the book. So again, definitely tune into tomorrow though, where we got TMSR going to be playing Ready for a Miracle. That'll happen the first match tomorrow, as always at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time, and then the follow-up match, the winner of that should play Team USA. I mean, Riser, that's good, right? I mean, tomorrow. Don't want to
Well, I think
jump ahead
we.
here.
Yeah, I think we reschedule our match to some wacky time. I think it's like 6 a.m. for B Kid and Trial, so I'm sure they're really excited.
Wait, so that was tomorrow's? Oh, that's right. You guys rescheduled
On
it, huh?
Sunday, I think. I think
To
we're playing
Sunday more. Yeah. Okay.
something
So
like
never
that.
mind. Tomorrow's
Yeah.
only going to be one game. With that
Yeah.
said, now that I think about it, okay. So Ready for a Miracle versus TMSR is going to be your match, and then so you guys rescheduled later on. So Sunday should be a.
Dota 2 tournament tomorrow, guys. Can't play. Sorry.
Yeah, other priorities, unfortunately. All right, with that said, though, again, so going to be wrapping things up, but definitely tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. Ready for a Miracle, taking on TMSR in the losers bracket round of 4. Should be fun. Also, I think I'm planning to hop over to my personal stream, twitch.tv/breakcbk.
Oh, okay.
Gonna
Shameless
be-
self-advertisement.
I know, right?
Do you guys want to check out my stream?
I don't
Everyone
care
else
if
do
you
it all
watch
the
my
time.
stream. Just give me Hearthstone, please.
I'll take it too. I'll take any leftovers.
Yeah, you can play on my account and help me
I
out.
don't want that though. People have
Yeah.
people have offered me that, but I want my own again. It just doesn't feel the same.
Who has one at S2?
Several people do, man.
Really? What
Yeah,
the fuck?
a lot of people have it here.
Don't tell me Scott Valencia got one.
I don't know. I don't think he.
And that just goes against everything good in the world. Scott Valencia has a beta key to Hearthstone, and we don't. I would email Blizzard about that.
And on that note, that's how we're going to end things. So twitch.tv/BreakersTVK. Probably going to start streaming here. Going to host some in-houses. I think I'll do some fun casts. No, not the fun cast, the fun playing. I'm not going to cast. I'm done with casting for today. I'm going to be planning and owning, so head on over there. If not, head on elsewhere. Do what you want. It's a Friday. You control your own life. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow on HoNcast. That's where you should be, though. Absolutely. Tomorrow on HoNcast, TMSR versus Ready for a Miracle. So see you tomorrow, guys. I don't know. I actually waved. Have a good night.
Have a good one, guys.